Yeah, you have obviously a target on your back after having what you can call a very successful season. And so like for me, I met a couple of times with Sean during the summer, and it was just kind of like, he never put like a pressure on me of like, oh, you have to do this, and it was more so like we're excited to get together and work with the team, with getting the group together, and having that just, it was very just calming. It was like getting the team calm and united, and that was the biggest thing. I think we need to wrap our hands around that it's every game we have to come out with the same mentality, with the same amount of hunger, the same amount of grit. And it was about getting that consistency in every game, no matter the opponent. And it was going to be demanded from us, again, every game and every practice. We had to be at our best. And that was the biggest thing this season. It was like every game, every day, you have to be at your best in order to accomplish what we're wanting to accomplish this season. I think we wanted it. That whole week was just preparing to win. It wasn't about Leonard Ryan. It was just that LMU, we just need to get back to winning, and that was the biggest thing. That was the whole week of preparation was just about getting the right mentality, the right effort in from player 1 to player 34. And so that was the biggest thing this week. Is just the preparation and our effort and our mentality to just go out there and perform and play and get a win. That was the biggest thing this week. Yeah, definitely. Scoring a goal is always good, and then getting the win is just the cherry on top. That's at the end of the day, that's what we wanted, and that was just, the coaches prepared us the day before for set pieces, and they're just crash the box, whoever can get in there, and that's what we did. Just crash the box and back post, ball was in there, and just put it in the back of the net. I think that was something we saw from day one. Like we know the effort, we know the mentality, and we know when we're all clicking. Like it wasn't something that was like just revealed when we played Leonard Ryan. We've had that. Like it's always been there, and it's just a matter of being consistent and again every day at every game. So that was the biggest thing for us. It was just kind of like reinforcing that, hey, that's who we are. That's our identity, is having that mentality. We have the tactical and the talent to do what we want to do this season. It's just us, like us being mentally in the game, us doing the little things correctly and putting everything together. Again, just being consistent. It's going to be on everyone in every session, like reminding each other of, okay, what we want to accomplish, and this is what it's going to take, and we can't let the little things fall. So it's just about doing the little things right every day, and that's the biggest thing for us, and I think that's what's going to take us a long way.
Obviously to get injured in the first game was frustrating, and I was disappointed because we had a good pre-season. I was feeling fit. I think the whole team was looking good, and then the first game obviously we were looking good, and then to get injured was very frustrating, and to miss the first part of the season. Especially games like Carson Newman, Queens, and most of Wingate. When I could have been, I just wanted to be on the pitch. I'm sure everyone who I'm stood near will say that I'm not a very good person watching the team. I think it was. Obviously I wanted to get back as soon as possible, but at the same time I didn't want to come back. I wanted to play as soon as possible. I didn't want to come back too soon and rush it, and then me get injure it worse and then be out for the rest of the season, or the more of the conference. I think I'm disappointed that I missed all the region games and the first games of the conference, but I'm glad that I'm going to be able to play most of the conference games. I think this team, we're confident. I think we know that we've got the ability. We know we're a talented team, but we just have to have the right mentality as well to go with that. I think last year it was more, we didn't really know. We were all so new, and we had to go and fight into every game, and we didn't know how it was. Me personally being new, I didn't know how each team was going to be. So this season we are confident, but then you've just, like you said, got to make sure that it doesn't turn into arrogance. And I don't think we are. I think we're, like we always say, a humble team. So I think obviously in the conference we would have wanted a better start, but I think now the Lenore Ryan game was I think the Wingate game was a turning point. After the Wingate game, we all realised, right, okay, we can be a talented team, but we've got to step it up. We've got to have the right mentality, we've got to have the right effort. if you're you can be a talented team and win nothing. Like, we need to all work hard for each other, all like do the little things, have the right mentality, and then we can perform like we did, like against Llanorian, like where no one else can get to that level. So I think as long as we keep the right mentality, we'll be good for the rest of the season. I'd like to think so. Being a returning player, I'd like to think that when I'm on the field, I try to shout as much as I can, encourage, like give information to people, and off the field, I try be around everyone as much as I can, like friends with everyone, talk to everyone, see how they're doing, try to do things right, like I don't know, just the little things, doing recovery right, making sure I'm there every day, taking care of like my injury and other things, eating right, just doing things right. I'd like to think. I think like the system we play fits best for the players we have. Like our formation fits best for what we do. I think the way we prepare for games, like we go against Llanorian, for example, we knew exactly what we needed to do. We knew exactly what the game plan was, and if we stick to that, then we'll win. We know if we do, like we work on things all week in training, we know if we stick to it and execute it right, then and put in the right amount of effort, we'll win. And then, like, I'm confident if we do that, we will win. Because we have the talent to outplay anyone in the league. I think our hunger to win, like the mentality I think is right. You saw it against Llanorian. I think if we keep that hunger to win the whole season, I think we'll do well. Biggest goofball? Maybe Jessica, I don't know.
You can't just name these players and not say why.
I don't know. Jessica's funny. Like, she's always just making me laugh, having fun. I don't know. Let me think. Who else? I don't know. There's a few. We all have a laugh, but at the right times. I think I'm quite intense. I think Melinda, like the captains, we all like things done right and we all want to win. So I think against Llanorian was a prime example. Like we scored the goal quite early on, and then we had to, like, we knew they were going to come out at us. They were ranked 11th, unbeaten, so we knew they were going to come out, and we had to defend with intensity. We had to make sure we didn't concede a goal. I think that's where, like, as well, the coaches say we defend, the strikers are our first defenders, like we defend from the front. So I think that's what we try to do. It's not all just about the three at the back and then it was wing backs and the goalkeeper. We defend all together and we attack all together. So I think something we spoke about after last season was trying to get my numbers up, my stats up, to be in I think it's the conference teams, so I don't know exactly what it is, but try and do things like that. Just try and work hard and try to get more assists and put in solid performances, consistent performances every week. I mean, yeah, I think myself, I don't think you need to be big to be intimidating. I think every player I go up against, I look at them at the start of the game and think, I'm going to dominate you, like I'm going to dominate that 1v1, like I'm going to make sure I have a better game than you. You're not going to make me look stupid. That's what I think when I go into a game. And I think, I mean, we don't have that. I think there's like Loops, G, we're all not that big, but I think we like to dominate the 1v1 battle. And I think it has to be like that. I think it's all down to our mentality and work rate. I think we have the talent, we know we have the talent, it's just if we can keep the focus and keep like the little things all going well and keep the mentality good and put in effort, I think we'll do really well.